Yeah! Every week it's better and better!
Yeah! Well, yeah!
You know.
Yeah.
So today we're here with our freshman friends because they're experts on student roles. Maybe, kind of, a little bit.
Well,
I don't know. But before we get started, why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
hello everyone. My name is Marwan Pungthamadet. I'm English major, freshman.
My name is Chayanin Masuwan. My nickname is Kone, English major too.
Hi, my name is Jisupa Songkong. You can call me Dear, English major.
Hi, my name is Ponisa Thalan Singh. My nickname is Betong. I'm English major too.
I'm John Ariana.
Phil every day.
I have
All the time.
I have the same name as I did last
every week,
and also
everyone, every time.
all the previous weeks.
Correct.
Still the same name.
So before we talk to the freshmen, well, the freshmen, you can talk if you want to. We're going to talk about our slang of the day.
Which is put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, put your money where your mouth is.
What
buddy.
does it mean? Let's talk about what it means first.
Well, we can talk about where it comes from.
Oh, okay. That's a good place
Because
to
I
start.
think it's a gambling phrase,
It is.
right?
I'm 100%, 99% sure that it's gambling.
So I think it's like a poker phrase. And what it means in gambling is that if you say you have a good hand or you think that you're going to win, then you put your money, put more money in. Yeah. Right? Yeah, that's right. So what does it mean?
Well, I feel like it can have different meanings or different context. It can be used in different contexts. But the overall meaning of put your money where your mouth is instead of rather than talking yourself up and making yourself sound maybe better or more successful or more talented or more able or capable than you actually are, it's better to put it into action and prove it than it is to only just talk about it.
Yeah. So if you meet somebody and they tell you, oh, I'm really good at handstands. I might be the best person in the world.
I've seen your handstands. They're pretty good.
Oh my god. So good every time. Every time it's good.
He'll do one later.
I will do one later for the internet. But if you say, I'm really good at handstands, then Patrick can come here and say, hey, Phil, put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, show us.
Yeah, and then I'd have to do a handstand.
Yeah.
Shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl.
Just like my friend here is like, I really love Captain America. I mean, put your money where your mouth is. How much do you love Captain America?
Yeah, how much do you know? Yeah, it can also be how knowledgeable you are on a topic.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you profess to know or to have a lot of information about something, a topic, and you say, for instance, I really love
Spanish Civil War.
Sure.
Yeah, there you go.
I have a really big interest in the Spanish Civil War. And then I might say, oh yeah, put your money where your mouth is. Talk about it. Tell me about it. Show me what you know.
Show me you can do it. And then if someone is bragging, then you could say, why don't you put your money where your mouth is, meaning, why don't you do it?
Yeah.
And you could use that also when you don't think they can do it.
Yeah.
So Patrick was like, I went to Alaska, now I know how to ski really well. I'm like, all right, well, let's see it, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, I can't do it right now.
Yes.
No.
There you go. That's a reasonable response.
It's usually meant as a challenge.
Yeah.
Right? Let's see you do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna start saying that to other teachers.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be tough. It always reminds me of Top Gun when dude's like, "Your ego's writing checks that your body can't cash." Yeah, but that's not the same. That's not the same.
Yeah.
But it ends whatever way.
I feel like in spirit.
Yeah.
It's the same idea.
Oh, sorry.
That's it. Put your money where your mouth is.
All right, so now we're going to talk to our freshman friends here about student roles. There's like two types, right? There's the student roles outside of the classroom, and then the student roles inside the classroom.
Yes.
So my understanding is, let me see if this is correct.
Mm-hmm.
My understanding is that when you are a freshman,
Yes.
there are 5 roles that you would get put into outside of the classroom.
Yes, outside of the class, we have 5 big roles. I mean, the first one is the guardian, or we call it onkarak. Their role is supposed to protect the students from the outsider. I mean, like from the danger or the outsider who want to harm them.
Protect them.
Is this person able to carry a weapon like a gun?
No. I mean,
That's
they're just buff and stronger.
Do they like judo chop people? Like,
no.
Maybe not.
You don't think they do.
Do they set up booby traps around campus just in case?
But anyway, but so they're supposed to protect people. Does that mean that they do it like off campus?
No, in the campus.
In the campus.
Like when we have like a big event, like a concert, like
Freshie games.
yeah, freshie games and stuff.
Do things usually get dangerous at those things?
I mean, sometimes like the
All
the
infection.
other faculties come by and then try to put
Or
the
Superman.
girls and something like that.
Rival schools.
Yeah.
They're trying to come and get our women?
Yeah.
Engineers!
So you have to protect the women.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, not only the women, but like the guys
Everyone.
are trouble
Everyone.
sometimes.
But once
Everyone.
you walk off campus, you're on your own.
Well,
No, maybe not like that. Like Onkarak,
mhm.
they have still do that duty. Like they used to ride me and drop me off at my dormitory too at night.
Oh, yes.
That's nice.
That's
That's
nice. I
Wait a
respect that.
They used to take you home? Was it just you?
No,
Did
no,
Patrick
no.
get rides home too?
No.
No, right?
Me and my
Everyone
friends.
is like, they never did that.
That's great.
Alright.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's for the guardian. And then we have a cheerleader. Well, they usually do a performance, a big performance at the event, like the big events.
And do they wear like, is it the same as in the States? Like they wear an outfit?
No,
and-
they're usually like a formal cheerleader, so they do like a hand sign and stuff like that. Not really like jumping or like dancing around,
Okay, I can think of some hand signs.
Okay, calm down.
like a hand dance and stuff. Mhm. Yeah, something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
But
That's
nice.
what I was thinking. Jazz
Yeah.
hands.
And then as the cheerleaders,
We have pom pom. It's a group of a dancer that usually dancing. It's more like it's similar to the cheerleader, but they're more informally than the cheerleader. So the cheerleader is a formal dance.
And there's only one cheerleader.
Well, what do you mean
Like there's only one person. There's like the cheerleader.
No, we have like
No,
group of cheerleaders. Sorry, I mean yeah. So we have a pom pom doing the dancing stuff. More like entertaining, but still a formal, but less than the cheerleader, who is the super formal. Then we have a cheer entertainer, who do more like a joke to make everybody laugh and
A comedian.
they're more like a comedian. They dance and sing a song, make themselves funny and stuff. Yeah.
it's a very Thai thing, I find.
Yeah.
It's like, that used to be popular in American culture when you would have like Martin and Lewis or whatever, they would sing a song and then do a little routine.
Yeah.
They would talk and make jokes, and then they go back to singing another song. It's that old-fashioned way of doing
When
it.
did that die? That died like
It died,
a few decades ago.
died in the 60s.
Yeah, I would say earlier, the late 50s. That's probably World War II.
So
Probably World War II
Thailand
was probably.
Thailand's only like 80 years behind.
Still working here.
Yeah.
So and the last one we have N and N. It's from entertain and entertain. It's a group of drag show. It's a drag show. Group of special
Spatial gender.
They
Special gender.
dress like a girls and then make joke and dancing.
Dance.
It's men
It's men.
Yes.
that dress up like women.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do you also have women that
only
dress up
men.
like men?
This one
No.
man. No.
I have in pom pom.
Bum, bum.
Oh. So the women who want to dress up like men join pom pom,
Yes.
and the men who want to dress up like women do
And
N.
yes.
Is it like a
Drag show.
like a sexy thing?
Well, it's more like a joke, not really sexy. They just like dressing like a women and then put their makeup on their face and then like run around dancing and make everybody laughing and then
Now, is
that's
this
so
a
cool.
long-held tradition of
Yeah.
doing the drag shows, or is this somewhat new?
No,
About it had about 10 years. 10 years
Mhm.
or
10 years.
it's been 10 years longer. Passed from generation to generation.
Alright, so alright, so this gets to my question, which is how does someone join one of these roles or
Well,
clubs?
like the first day we arrive here as a freshman, we have a meeting and then like the seniors
Come to ask you.
come to ask you like they were talking about like everybody have a right to do everything, everybody are equal, so they can be whatever they want. So they're asking you like are you like want whatever you want to join, you can just raise your hand, whatever you are, you don't have to be shy to be everything. Yeah, that's cool, I think.
Wait, so you could be more than one?
Yeah,
yes.
So you could be an and you could be like an enforcer?
if you want to.
Would that be you?
That would be me,
Did
dude.
you dress in drag?
Oh my god! I make the most beautiful woman possible.
You know what?
Look
you
at this.
sometimes- You have some.
Always good.
You do have some feminine maneuvers.
If I want to, yeah.
Yeah, you just did one. You just did that.
Yeah, I can do whatever. Yeah, I'm good both ways. ACDC.
I have long maintained that John Phil is a straight man with a slightly feminine side. I am a straight woman with a slightly masculine side. With a strongly masculine side.
Occasionally we switch.
Yeah. Switch.
We like you cover my side and I'm gonna cover your side, and then we go back and
But it's like a yin yang. It's a good
Yeah.
balance. Yeah, works.
But anyway, so to get back to what we were saying, so you can join more than one thing. Does everybody join a role? Does everyone get a role here?
You
I'm
can-
saying like
you
everyone.
must have. Like
No,
everyone.
not
must
everyone
have.
must have, but it's depend on you. Like I say, everybody have a right to do everything, so it's on you. If you want to join,
Yeah, you have a right not to do it.
yeah, you have the right
Yes.
not to
Like,
do it.
I'm cool. No,
Like me, I didn't do anything.
why didn't you do anything, man? What are you too good?
I don't want to.
You didn't want to be an enforcer?
No,
Beating up engineering majors? Keep your hands off.
I
my
get
ladies.
beat up. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
you
beat them up. They're gonna beat me up.
You're a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah.
I think maybe we'll talk about that later. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen in the world?
Next episode.
So you come to school, the seniors ask you what you want to do, and you can choose one.
Yes.
And then, like, how long do you do this?
For
Forever.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, I think it's
Yes,
But
no.
you change your duty every year.
yeah. So you're gonna get a chance to change it, like if you want to.
You are still in part of that group, but you change.
Not
So you-
performance again. Like in even like next year we will have a new freshman, right? Now freshmen will do it, but we control them. We
Train them.
teach them.
So we changed the role of the member. Like this year we are freshmen, so we are the part of the dancing, like for example. And the next year we be a trainer for freshmen.
Yes, I've seen
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
You
Like,
get
8
promoted.
hours of running around the school
Yeah.
and saying the same thing
Getting, like,
900
whipped.
times. Yeah.
Getting whipped.
Counting.
Nunchucks.
Yeah. Nunchucks.
Yeah. So
There's a
we
lot.
changed
They
it
do a
a
lot.
lot.
Get ready, incoming class 2000. Whatever.
Wait, so if you're not in the role, so then you don't get to train the new kids?
Yes.
So you don't have anything to do next year?
Next year, so I'll be sophomore. That's it.
Start again. There's a guardian enforcer thing, cheerleader, pom-poms, cheerleader entertainers, and
Yes.
then NNN.
Yeah, that's it.
What about the drummer? Is there a drummer?
Well, the drummer are part of the sheer entertaining. So they pick one of the sheer entertaining and be a drummer.
Three. Actually, three.
You got 3. And they do that.
People on that.
Yeah.
You need 3 guys to do that?
No. We have 3 guys.
Oh.
Now.
For this year, we have 3
This year.
guys doing be a drummer.
And this is like for your major?
No, for our faculty.
So you do it together as a faculty.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you mix in with like the ed tech
Chinese,
majors
yeah.
and whatever. Okay.
That's right.
I see. Anyway, so you have those roles, but then you also have classroom roles.
Yeah, we do have classroom.
And these are like is it different for each class, or is it for your majors? You always have one person.
I don't know. It depends, but our major have only like one like the same role every class.
So what are they?
Well, we have the first one is the leader, who always do like if the teacher have any problem or want to contact all the classmates, so they do it through the leader. After that, we have a treasurer who kept the money and then doing a financial things. Yeah.
Financial things.
Yeah.
So does the treasurer decide what to spend the money on, or
No.
do you guys all talk it over?
We talk it over, but I mean, she's the one who like doing like the checking stuff.
So if you don't get your money right, she's the one that comes knocking on your door.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's my money, Patrick?
What is the treasurer covers? Like, what is her scope of responsibility?
But about not collecting the money, but
Like, if you need copies, or if they're going
to make
having an event,
to make sure that
something.
I mean we can like get the money from her in case we need to do something like for the event, like a meeting for the major. So she's the one who's gonna use the money for, and then we go to her, talk to her, and then like doing some paper, some kind of thing, and then
Yes, I see. Doing some paper.
When you're on like photocopies,
Yes.
doing some paper.
Yeah, that's
doing some paper.
Okay, I have a question. I forgot what it was. Where now is this money that like each individual student gives to the treasurer, like a bank account?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or do you do any type of fundraising or any type of events?
Not really fundraising, but we do
That's
like
a good idea to do some fundraising. You know, in the past, because I run a lot, and there's a lot of like really good races, and I always ask the students if they want to do a race with me, like as a group, to raise money.
yeah.
No one has ever done it.
When have you ever seen a Thai kid run?
Sometimes in other people that I don't know, like.
Yeah.
But for to do something like that, or even like if you had on Wednesday market, like you had a tent or a stand and you sold something. No one does fundraising.
Well, they just get it from themselves. What happens if a kid can't pay?
Well,
And pay.
well, we have like a thing we call like you can like pay in the like if you have the if you don't have the money for this month, you maybe can pay next month.
Next month.
What
No,
happens if you're not?
It's not that much, money. It's not that much money.
And then you
just
fall
like,
into debt, and then everyone starts to hate
Yeah.
You're ostracized from the group. And you have to quit school.
No,
Yeah.
not that bad.
They made you like work it off.
Okay, you have to wash dishes.
Oh my God, you have to like iron people's uniforms.
Yeah.
Sitting there like,
I'm always poor.
sitting there ironing Patrick's uniform and it like smells bad.
Yeah, and like
The iron's like bringing out the smell. You're like, no.
scheming to like overthrow the Guardian and kill
Yeah.
Patrick.
Yeah.
Like that is how it happens.
No.
No, I'm not playing
Of
sports.
course not.
All right. So then, what's the last job?
Secretary. We have a secretary doing like it's more like a less than a leader, but in a different way. Secretary doing the recording and stuff. When we have a meeting, secretary doing like a noting the stuff that we talk about, and then mhm. So we have like the note for the meeting, and then we can like watch it again, read it again, so we not forget about it. More like a reminder. It's a freshman, so we don't really have like much role to do on a secretary or.
We haven't had anything yet.
So like for now we have like a leader and a treasurer doing like things, everything.
So how do you get these roles?
We talk all of us are coming together by and then talk over like who should we choose to be, and then we vote.
Vote for him.
I think that's all we got, man. Is that all we got?
I guess so.
You got more? You got stuff? You got other stuff? You want to talk about her?
That's right. Yeah. Yes.
Now? All right.
That's personal.
We'll get someday soon we'll have the Patrick show where we talk just about Patrick and his adventures in Alaska. But that's not for now. you gotta leave one more.
Well, if we do the American culture thing, anytime Patrick feels like he has
It's true.
a relevant,
Patrick is an authority.
something to contribute that is relevant.
So we're gonna talk about American culture. All right. Finally, today we're gonna talk about American culture. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm gonna bring a little flag.
Yeah. So this week we're gonna talk about, kind of related to what they were talking about. We're gonna talk about the idea of an alpha personality. First off, what is an alpha personality?
Type A personality? Yeah. Well, usually when I hear the phrase or when I hear the title, the description, alpha personality, I typically associate that with like someone being an alpha male. So that's the first thing that comes into my mind. But an alpha personality is like an extroverted type A. Like
outgoing,
yeah,
leader.
Yeah, right? Someone who would typically take on a leadership role.
And it comes from studying animals. A person who studies animals is something I don't know the name of right now. Not a biologist.
A zoologist.
Zoologist. Yeah, zoologist. So in zoology, when you study animal, what they find is that there's a thing called an alpha male, which is like the strongest male in a group of animals, usually mammals, right? So like you have a bunch of gorillas, there would be one male gorilla that's running the thing.
He's like dominant.
Yeah. If you have a pack of pride of lions, then there'd be one male, and the women
running
the show, and the women just bring him food.
And
he sits around.
And the strongest
makes babies. We'll talk about that stuff. But anyway, so
that's the same show that we talk about.
Talk about.
It's the same show as that's the Patrick show. That's the Alaska. That's the locker room chat. That's something different.
Wow. But so that's where it comes from. The idea is that there are people who are naturally inclined to be leaders, right? And this is something that's sort of like celebrated in American culture. Like if you're a natural born leader.
Yeah. So Like, for example, if you're teaching in a classroom and you organize the classroom into groups, there's usually, sometimes two, but there's usually one group member who will kind of just not be forced into the role, but will just naturally assume the position of leader in the group, which is usually me.
It's usually not me.
It's usually me. So if we
to be fair, people want Phil on their team. I just don't want to run the team. They're like, we need to get Phil. I'm like, you can have me.
I'm gonna lay back. I'm gonna sit back until it's my time.
I'm not hard to get. You can get it.
No, I'm usually the person in a group where I'm the first one to kind of say like, all right, this is what we're doing.
True. When John Ariana and I were at school together, we would be in groups sometimes, and you can't tell Ariana what to do. She's just gonna fly off the rails. A lot of times we would be in a group with like many other people who would also do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of
so I would just sit in the group and look at them all like destroy the entire operation. And that's where things like Team Awesome come from. And the trough of diversity. Trough of multiculturalism.
That was it.
What the hell is that?
Now this is memories of graduate.
So one of the things is that when I did research not long ago with the John Don, we were looking at Thai student groups, and we noticed that in our research, kids would claim that they didn't want to be leaders in their group. That if you were in a group of students working together, you would be voted to be leader, you wouldn't ask for it. Just like what you guys said, that Big is the leader of your class, that he didn't want to be. Like, Big, you're gonna be the leader of the class, Big. He said, couple. But that's very different from American culture, right? So in American culture, if you're in a group, somebody wants to be the leader. Normal.
I would say, actually, I would venture to say that it's the exact opposite of your situation. Most people want to be the leader, and then you would have a few students who were very shy, maybe introverted, who would really not, who would have almost a phobia, who would be afraid of being the leader. But for the most part, especially that starts when you're very young. Like if you were in primary school or elementary school, and the teacher says, "Who wants to be first in the line? Who wants to do the number one job? Who wants?" Everyone like fights for it. Yeah. Everyone wants to be first. Everyone wants to be the leader.
And so the first thing you do when you get into a group is the alpha personalities would fight some way. Maybe they'd argue. Maybe they would, I don't know, do something. That's the first thing we do, is establish who is the leader in the group.
First person to kind of step forward and take charge.
And normally it's like, somebody gets in there like, look, this is what we're going to do. You're going to do this, and you're going to do that. And then somebody else is like, wait a minute, we're going to do this, and you're going to do that. And they're like, no, I'm going to do what I want to do. Yeah. And then Phil walks away. For those who are interested, if you're the opposite of an alpha personality, then you're a beta personality, or a type B personality. And those are people who don't want to lead, and they want to like help others, and they want to support people.
I also think that's a very big difference in culture, especially in school culture in Thailand versus the United States. But I also think it probably has to do with the fact that American culture is more individualist culture. Thai culture is more collectivist culture. So Thai culture is everyone together and help. American culture is don't help anyone come out on top. Do look for yourself.
Yeah.
That's very true for me and everyone I know. Most people I know.
But the interesting thing to me is that from an American perspective, we look at it like you're a born leader. So if I was to say like, in this group, how many people are alpha personalities, it should be like half of us, which would mean that Thai people are born with these leadership qualities, they just don't express them. Or maybe the idea that people are naturally born leaders is just wrong. Like Americans look at it that way, but that's not really that. But for Americans, it's such a central part of who we are. And then for Thais, it's like the opposite of who you are. The entire country on the basis.
And for someone for an American person to see that, I don't understand it. So
Yeah.
like, don't you want to like stand out? Don't you want to?
Brace yourself.
Yeah.
So one of the things I noticed as a teacher, it's like in the States, if you want to motivate your students, you get one prize and you make them fight it out. And the students will fight until there's one who wins, right? So if it's like spelling bee, they're going to go spell 1 billion words until one kid wins. If it's a reading test, one kid is going to be somebody who wants to read the most. But in Thailand, it's the opposite of that. So when I first came here, I would do that. I would try to set up situations where the students would compete against each other. But Thai students resist that at all costs. Like, no. We need 22 prizes for all 22 students. So then, like, because of this difference, my approach to teaching had to change from like, okay, so now I'm going to force you into groups or whatever. I'm going to force somebody to win. Like when we play that gang game for monies.
Wow.
Yeah.
We try hard.
I play.
Yeah, to give you some money. Find the thing that kids want more than anything.
You
20 watts.
Well, for me, I play like review games for exams, and I set the classroom into 6, 7, 8 groups, whatever. And then I make them compete, and I say the first place group gets 5 extra points on the exam.
Woo! You watch them go there.
Then you see that idea of natural born, like alpha personality comes out. So do you think that in Thailand that is suppressed? Are you taught like not to?
So that was my theory when I was doing that research. Is that our findings said that there are no Thai groups don't have a leader naturally. I'm saying like that's probably not true.
That's not true.
Right. So then you think about, all right, well, what about Thai kids that you know that are more outgoing? Some of you wanted to be here. Some of you didn't want to be here. But there are Thai students that are more outgoing. There are Thai students that are more flashy. And those would be alpha personalities. And in a culture where you would be more accepting of like leadership roles, you would be leaders. But in this culture, it's like not accepted.
I will say the first time I did a game for extra points on an exam, the students were upset because it wasn't fair that one group would get extra points and the other groups would not.
Yeah.
But if my teacher said, if I had a university teacher or professor or lecturer, and he or she said to me or to the class, okay, only one student will get an A this semester, I would fight.
Yeah.
And what if I were the student that got that A, I would be like,
So
Yeah.
So proud.
This is my A.
my A, everyone.
I'll fight.
I win.
That's like when we were in grad school. While we were in grad school, we were also looking for jobs, and there were like different majors, like English majors and social studies majors, and whatever. So the English majors, for example, we would look for jobs, and if we found a good job, we'd apply first. You apply first for yourself, and then you tell your
You
friends.
wait, and then you tell your
Yeah, you
friends.
tell your
there's
friends like a
job.
couple weeks later, like, oh yeah, by the way, there was that thing. I don't know if you got it. Right?
Yeah.
And so it's like,
And
we
were
were
all
friends,
We
yeah.
were good friends.
oh,
We
we're
are
the best
good
of friends.
We are
But you know, you keep your friends close. And
Yeah.
you just stab in the back of the thing.
Yeah, but you want to win, really. Like
Yeah.
that's competition. And you don't want your friends to fail, but you just
You
want
want to win. Yeah, you want to
You
win.
wanna
more.
win.
Want to win.
Yeah,
But anyway, so that's what we got for this week.
yeah, that's the most. I would say that's probably like the most American thing.
Most American.
Competition.
Everything
in
else.
everything.
Everything else comes from that
Sports
thing.
and school and every part of your life. Getting accepted into university. When I taking the SATs, I got a really high SAT score, and I told everyone. I was like, look at this. This is better than everyone's. Look at that. Look at that. I'm number one.
I had a student. We did student-teacher conferences. Parent-teacher conferences when I was student teaching. And I had a student whose parents came in, and he was in the honors class, the highest level class, and he was doing well in that class. And he had an A. He had like a 90 something, really high A, or not a high A, but just he had an A. He had a solid A. He was gonna get an A. His parents came in, and they're like, and I'm like, what are you doing here? Your kid's great. You're fine. No problem. They're like, teacher, how can you help our son? And I was like, what, you want him to get a B? Tell him to stay home more. I don't know. Don't do the homework, kid. And they're like, they wanted him to have a higher A because they wanted him to be valedictorian. Right? They wanted him to have the highest in the class. And I'm like, I don't know what. Yeah, I didn't know what to tell them because he was already almost perfect, but they wanted him to be perfect.
More perfect.
Yeah, they wanted more perfect. A was not good enough. They wanted him. He was like third in the grade. So the top 3 kids in the school were Indian. This doesn't really, but it just happened. That he was third. The top 3 were all Indian, and his parents wanted him to beat out the other 2 kids. I'm like, I don't know what you can do the assignments again and get an A again, I guess. Whatever. But that's So this was our first kind of show on university student culture in Thailand. Hopefully we're gonna do some more.
Yeah, I like them. I think they're interesting.
Yeah, a lot more interesting than the rape show. No, the rape show.
The rape show was interesting in a different way.
And the drinking show. Dramatic.
Should we talk about that again?
So probably. No. Come on. What are you doing? Yeah, but so that's what we got for this week. Next week we're gonna do something else.
Yeah.
Probably more of this.
Yeah, probably more of what you've been. No, we're gonna bring something.
And we're trying to work on a topic that we can have with the John Toro. Be the best show ever imagined.
Are we gonna have student guests on that show?
No. Toro, we might not even be on that show. It might just be Toro.
Next week,
you never know.
The show with the John Toro is going to be how long?
Probably 5 days long.
Yeah.
5 days long. At least 2 out of 3 hours, because that's how long he talked during the EAP exam. I'm sorry, second year students. But yeah, we're gonna get him on. So at some point. But until then, enjoy your lives.
Yeah.
Thank you all for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Come back anytime you want now.
Yeah, thanks for watching our podcast.
Yeah, goodbye
See
forever.
you next week. Bye.
Ah!